Hi everyone, this is the tutorial for Please Please Please. My name is Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. Just before we start, you'll notice my voice isn't great. I had a tonsillectomy recently, so just bear with me on this one. I'll do more playing than talking anyway. So let's delve in with the first part of the song. And we need a capo on fret number 2. If you're in need of a capo, there is a link to one in the description, so check that out. However, let's talk through some of the chords. We have a G major chord, which is 3 on the E string. This is in reference to the capo, 2 on the A, 0, 0, 0, and a 3 on the high E string. That's chord number 1. We'll talk through some of the other chords for the start of the song, and then we'll talk about strumming, structure, and so on afterwards. The second chord is just like a G major chord, but we get rid of that finger and move this finger up a string. It's called G/F sharp, and it sounds a bit strange on its own, but it works really well in the context of the song. The next chord is an E minor chord, which is 0, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0. We then have quite a few other chords, but stay with me on this one. C major, 3 on the A string, 2 on the D, open G, 1 on the B, and a high E string open. That goes down to a C/B. What we do is take that finger away, move this guy up a string. We then have an A minor chord, an open A string, 2, 2 on the G, D and G, 1 on the B, and an open E string. 2 more chords before we get into the structure. We have G major and then D major, which is an open D string, 2 on the G, 3 on the B, and 2 on the high E string. Now, those chords are not only the introduction, but the chorus. They're going to play a massive part of the song. Let's talk about how to play those and how long for. So, we have a G major for a full bar, and then the G/F sharp for a full bar. And for the strumming, I'm quite lively on this. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up. Which slowly is down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up. Then on the track, the E minor chord sounds very accented. And you'll notice that I'm hammering on and off those notes. The band kind of accent that type of rhythm on that E minor chord. We then have some quick changes. We share a bar of the C to the C/B. Same with the A minor to G. Then 2 full bars of D. And for those D chords, I'm strumming the same rhythm as I do at the start with that G chord. So let's slowly play through those chords so you can see how it all fits together. Like I said, those chords are the introduction but also the chorus, so it's well worth really getting used to those. Now the thing is, there are a lot of chords to try and remember in this song, and there's going to be more in the verses and the bridge and so on. So if you're interested in getting the chord chart for this, as well as the chords and the lyrics matching up, please consider going over to Patreon. A couple of dollars, not only do you get those sheets for this song, but you get access to roughly 250 other songs that I've made over the past couple of years for the latest releases, including the likes of Taylor Swift's latest album, as well as Billie Eilish's album and Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso song. So let's delve in with the verse. And the verse has a G major chord. We then go to an E major chord, not to be confused with E minor that we saw in the first part. E major is just like E minor, with this finger on fret 1 of the G string. And then we have 2 bars of A minor. So watch this. G major, E major, A minor. The verse continues with C, C/B, and then 2 bars of D. Now in the opening part of the song, we had 2 bars of D, and in the verse we have 2 bars of D. What I'd recommend you do, and what they do on the track, is play some D sus2s in there. And all I mean by that is take your D major chord, get rid of the middle finger, and you get what you call a D sus2, and alternate between the D and the D sus2. It adds a bit of variety to what would be just one chord for quite a long time. Now at that point, you've just played a full verse. You then do the exact same thing for the second verse. However, at that point, you get another chorus, which is the same as that introduction. It's just with some vocals on top of it, and we'll play that through twice. Now, most songs always have an annoying part to play. We are now at that point. The third verse, they change the key of the song. Now, we're going to keep our capo where it is, but what we're going to do is we're going to have to play a couple of chords that are a little bit awkward, but it's what's going to be needed to get through the song. So the third verse has what we call a B flat chord if we're kind of in the key with the capo, which is 1 on the A string, 3, 3, 3, and then a 1 on the high E string where this finger's barring all the strings. So the third verse starts off with that B flat chord. It then goes to G major. And then it goes to a C minor bar chord, which is barring the bottom 5 strings with this on fret 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up from the capo. This is on the D and the G, and this guy on fret 4 of the B string. And we play that for 2 bars. We then have a little bit more. We're going to take that finger, move it up. We can do this. Before going down to an F major chord. Yeah, so the third verse changes key, mixes around with the chords quite a lot. So like I said, if you are interested in getting the chord charts for this, saves you from trying to memorize it all, because there's a lot going on, especially with key changes. So yeah, link in the description for the Patreon stuff. Let me just play through those chords again so you know how it all fits together. B flat, G, C minor, again, then up to what is an E flat major chord, and F. I then have some good news. That good news is that the chorus, looking at my notes, is back to the original key. So you got a chorus which is 2 times around, playing that G, F sharp, and E minor part. Do that 2 times round, and job is almost a good one. We then have an outro, and the outro takes a C major chord up to D, G, followed by a B7 chord. Now B7 you can play a few different ways. What I find most common is 2 on the A string, 1 on the D, 2 on the G, open E, and 2 on the high E string. It's a difficult chord to play, but it works quite well. You can also play the bar chord version, which you can see now. Go with whatever you think is best. It's basically the exact same shape. I should say sound. It's basically the same, just slightly different ways of playing it. So pick one and stick with it, because you'll play through those chords twice. Then we're nearly at the end. We have C, D, then a quick bar of G to F sharp, E minor to D, C major, C minor, and a G major chord. That will get you to the end of the song. So lots of different parts going on there, including a key change, which we don't see too much in pop music. So if you are interested in getting the extra material over on Patreon, there is a link to that in the description. Saves you from trying to memorize it all. So thank you for watching the video. I appreciate the fact that my voice isn't the best, but yeah, well done on getting through that. I also want to say thanks to the people on the screen. Those are my active patrons. They support me every month. They'll get access to all the content the moment this video goes live. So thanks to them, and thanks to you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.